What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I know we've been missing, but we back. So y'all make sure y'all like this video right now because y'all gotta get every single notification that comes to your phone that we upload. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification. If that does make sense, I don't know. You probably won't get it if you like it, but our videos will pop up for you if you like this video on your new algorithm.
Like last night, I slept awfully. Like I just had a lot going on. Right now in this moment of my life, I'm really drained. Like just drained a little bit. Yeah. I've been having a lot going on, and y'all don't know, but yesterday I received some really tough news from my side of the family. Unfortunately, my cousin was gunned down yesterday afternoon, and it just been really tough, like just dealing with that. It's my first cousin, literally my auntie's son, and my auntie's only son at that, and it's just been like really, I just been trying to process everything, and like I just slept so bad last night, and I probably shouldn't have went to the gym, but like I'm just trying to keep my mind in a good spot, because not only am I his cousin, I'm my kid's mother, I'm my husband's wife. Like it's just like life continues to go on even when you facing tough battles. So like with me hearing that type of news, like of course I cried about it, and I've been thinking about it nonstop. Like, and just what's eating me alive is being all the way out here in Texas. Y'all know my family's in Kentucky, and it's not like I want to move back home. I'm not saying that. It's just like I wish that I could be there with everybody, to be able to feel with everybody, to be able to console my family members, to be able to be there and just be in love like with them and just be around them, because this is
Focusing on just making sure Bae can properly, grieve and have her time. I knew him too, y'all. Like, this was somebody that, was a special, one of a kind being, we all unique, and we all like are one of one people, right? And it's important that you do get the time that you need with your family, because you really just don't know when someone's last day is. And honestly, we all know that death is part of life, but it still hits like you didn't know death is part of life. You know what I'm saying? It still hits you like a ton of bricks whenever somebody leaves this earth, especially when it happens under someone else's force, y'all. Like when somebody gets literally taken off this earth by somebody else, it's a feeling inside of you. I don't know if any of y'all are family members of people who've been murdered, but it's a feeling that it's like very undescribable. It really just seems like that person could have did anything else but took their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have literally had a conversation, I'm sure, to make things right, instead of doing something and taking somebody from their family forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's just so crazy because like my cousin just had a baby girl. Literally, his baby girl is in the NICU right now. And the fact that she just lost her father is just like extremely, like, it's really heartbreaking. Like, and he was so excited about having a daughter. The last conversation we just had, like, he was talking about him having a daughter and seeing me have a daughter, and it's so crazy because my cousin spent a lot of his life in jail. Like, and this is not nothing to like, talk bad or anything like it, and I pray nobody take my message any other way, but he spent a lot of time in jail. He got out of jail. He's been out of jail for about 4 or 5 years. He was out here with his family. I know that he took it really hard coming out of jail and seeing that my mom wasn't here no more, and like I know he had to deal with a lot of processing that. And then right after he got out, a year and a half later, we lost my granny, and he was really close with her. So it's just like it was it's so heartbreaking for real. And then y'all, like, I don't know, like, of course this is still, his murderer is still at large. They looking for him. And what's even crazier, the person that they're saying murdered him, I know this person because of my father and the people that he deals with. And we're not gonna get into far into details, but it's just like he don't deal with good people. Like, and the fact that I know the person that killed my cousin is just like, oh my gosh, like it's just so much, like it's just so much, and then it's just overwhelming for real. Like, it's just stacking up on me. But I'm just trying to, keep the good moments in mind. Like, I just talked to him on FaceTime like a week and a half ago, my family was at home in Kentucky having an October birthday gathering, and his birthday literally was at the beginning of the month, and he was just happy to see us, and he wanted to see the kids, and he wanted to talk to the kids. Like, my cousin was a very talented person. He could rap, he could draw, he was tattooing people. He was still trying to get good at that, but he was an amazing drawer, like amazing artist. And I just hate that, like, his life was cut short, like, in the hands of another man, in the hands of another human being. Like, he has so much more potential. He was in his early 30s. Like, he had so much more life to live, like so much more love to give to people. Like, he was a really loving, charismatic, funny person. Like, he was literally, like, in my terms, I would say he's an idiot, because, like, he's somebody that's gonna have you laughing, like, just saying the most diabolical stuff. Like, oh my gosh, like, this is just crazy. Like, I remember this dude was literally feeding his pit bull a bologna sandwich. Like, what are we talking about? Like, oh my gosh, the disbelief. Like, and then I'm just like, this can't be real life, but it is. Like, and then it just keeps going. And I just wish so bad that I could be at home. Y'all know we always go home for the holidays, Thanksgiving and stuff. And the fact that this literally happened a month before Thanksgiving, I have to go home and then come back home, which is my home here, and then go back home again. And the last time I had to do this is when my granny passed away. And it's just like, it's just bringing so many familiar feelings. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna be all right. You know, we're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna go home and see my family, and, you know, we'll just figure it out from there, and just, you know, continue to be grateful for the people and the family members that you got, because you only got one of them. You only got one life. Be kind, be great, handle your anger, handle your issues without having to feel like you got to take somebody's life, and just, you know, keep pushing. Just be a good person. I feel like it's not that hard to be a good person, you know, but I know some people fight their own demons, but still you got to figure out a way to mask that and get through that, and, you know, psychologically be able to break things down so you can be able to be a good person. I feel like that's the overall picture in this life. Just be good to people. It don't matter how harsh, how hateful, how cruel shit can be. Like, just be a good person. Like, it's not hard, bro.
Yeah, I did think it was important that, you know, we let you guys know what was going on, you know, and things that we going through and the feelings that we feeling, because this is a vlog. We're literally just capturing how we feel in these moments, you know. And we do want to say, you know, rest in peace to Aries, you know, because he, you know, he showed a lot of love to us, and he had a lot of love in him, you know. And, you know, God got a bigger plan that we gonna try to understand. Even if we don't understand, though, we know that it was for the better, you know, that this is what's supposed to happen. And, you know, we try to be at peace with that, you know, because everybody's going home to see our father one day, you know. So his just came sooner than we would think. Yeah, but I did want to show y'all this art piece that the last time we seen him when we was at home last year for Zani's baby shower. You know, all the fam came out and stuff, and he didn't bring like a regular gift, y'all. Like, he didn't just bring diapers, wipes, you know, nothing like that. Like I said, he was incarcerated for a while, and incarcerated for a lot of his childhood, you know. He faced a lot of obstacles and battles, like, early on in life, you know. A lot of people wouldn't even have made it through what he made it through and still been, you know, okay. But this guy right here was, you know, pretty talented, and he was gifted, you know. But this is the gift that he brought us, a hand-drawn Nipsey Hussle heart, you know. And it's something we're gonna keep forever, man. It's like these types of gifts right here you would never even anticipate getting, you know. But I really appreciate the time and effort someone does when they do something like this, because I understand that it comes from a raw place, and it comes from somewhere that, you know, can't be bought, you know. Because a lot of people, you know, will want big material things or material things like that, but something like this, they got meaning and purpose and thought and energy behind it. It's so special to me, you know. And ever since he gave us this, I made sure that we took care of it. I made sure that we kept track of it and everything like that, so that it would make it here, you know. But it's all the way from Kentucky to Texas, man. We feeling the love, and we're gonna continue to keep your name alive and keep your artwork, you know, in here with us, and keep you in our thoughts, and keep everybody in our prayers. And, you know, because it's somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's daddy, you know. He had kids. So it wasn't just a thing that affects one person, it affects a lot of people whenever you take somebody from their family. And I want people to remember that. You know, it's not just that person that you're affecting a lot more people. And, you know, you got to pay for that. You got to, whatever the justice system does, whatever God does to you, you got to pay for that, man. So nothing comes free in this life. And you definitely just can't take somebody's life. It's just not how life works, man. It's not how life works. My uncle got killed when I was 7 years old, y'all. So I dealt with this very, very early on in life. I felt like, you know, and he was like my idol, you know, like he was somebody I looked up to. He rapped, he made music that I still listen to today. Thank God that I got that, because that helps me continue to stay closer to him, you know, and it allows me to still hear his voice and allows me to still feel his presence, you know, because he was really like one of the only men in my family that I could look up to, you know. Even though he wasn't perfect, he had a troubled past too, but usually the people that got the most troubled past and they got the hardest journeys, those be the best people, y'all, because they really are potent in love, you know. They potent in character, they potent, you know. They just one of a kind, man, for real. It's a lot of people we gonna miss, but one day we will meet again. But that's where we're gonna end this video, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. It's gonna be alright though. It's gonna be alright. We're gonna continue to push forward. We're gonna continue to pray. Y'all keep us in y'all prayers. And I do want to say that. See y'all later. Till next time. Peace. Love.